For them, the prefect of this territory is like, come here, I'll protect you guys, I'll keep you guys safe, I believe you guys, because he himself has dealt with a corpse army before, so he believes everything they're telling him. Not long after the military governor states to have their heads, they do find proof to prove their innocence and make the governor believe them. So the Melide and the prefect had set out to go to a certain location in base, and this part is being attacked by a corpse army. The main character and the prefect's daughter had followed them because they were like, we're not going to let you guys sneak away without us. You guys are going to stay where we can see you guys because we're concerned and worried for you. And this place is attacked, and the Melide uses the information and acknowledgement that he gained from working with his main group to go against the corpse army, and he shows the soldiers what to do. And this is when the military governor arrives and he gets to see everything, and he's like, oh, you guys were telling the truth. So the prefect tells the main character and Melide that the corset's cousin is probably involved, and he's going against the crown prince. Now remember, his family is in humongous trouble with what happened with the corset's fake sister and with the scholar Fox situation. His family is in danger, and he shouldn't be causing certain lines to be crossed. But it seems like he's involved in the situation and not letting the whole massacre thing be solved. He's letting it, get more worse. So he can go to the emperor and convince the emperor to go to war against a certain group of people and have certain group of people thrown out of their homes during this war. So yes, this dude is up to no good, and he's trying to pull the military governor to his side. While reading the main character's Melide journey, we also get to read the wolf's journey. And the wolf is searching for his deer. I already know who the deer was because one of you was really kind and caring to tell me who it was, and I'm very thankful for it because, again, I had asked during one of my videos for book 1 wanting to know who it was, and one of you was just so kind to tell me. I'm very grateful for that. But yes, so I know who it is, and he comes across his deer. He doesn't realize this person is deer because, again, he's thinking he's searching for a woman, and it's so obvious the deer is the deer. I do not know how the wolf has not picked up on it because it's so obvious. The deer is very attached to him. At first was a little wary of him and even tried to run away after the wolf helps him out. And the wolf has to take the deer to the same base the main character Melide is staying at because the deer was working for that military region. But first he takes the deer to his village, which was attacked by the corpse army, and they have to fight off a bunch of corpses, and then they end up landing at the base. And from this artwork, you can tell that the deer gets to see the wolf turn into a wolf and get to ride his partner. And I am not making a sexual innuendo, he literally rides the wolf. And the deer, he kind of reminds me of the Melide from Remembrance of Filth before he got his memories back. When he was in that mind state of a child, he reminds me of that. Like the one-word sentences, him trying to communicate people by using body language, trying to get people's attention, calling out to people in one-word sentences. He really reminds me of the Melide from Remembrance of Filth during that period of time. After the wolf reunites with the main character Melide, the main character has to take care of him because he's badly injured from fighting up against a bunch of corpse armies, trying to protect the deer and trying to take him to both his village and to base. So yes, the main character has to take care of him and has to dose him twice during this whole thing. Now, even though they have plans and they're ready to fight against the corpse army, and the corpse army is literally knocking on their door and they're prepared for it, sadly, they're not actually, because the military governor, the prefect, the wolf, and a good portion of the military force falls to corpse poisoning, and they need to make a cure for it to try to save everyone. Now, the main character is able to make some sort of medicine that can help them, but it will not cure them. So now they have to go and hunt down the ghost king, the corpse king, and get the corpse queen to tell them how to cure the victims of his corpse poisoning. They need to find him to do that. The deer keeps either staying by the main character's side or by the wolf's side. He changes up who he wants to stay by the side of. And again, the way he calls out for the main character and how he calls out for the wolf is such an adorable way. Like, he is so adorable. Like, the need to protect him and harm anyone that comes and harms him is strong inside me. Like, I got a wolf that screams, I got to protect the pup, I got to protect the pup. It's very strong. The deer, the main character, and the male lead, they capture 3 corpses of the corpse army and brings them back to base. There they discover that the corpses have the same positions in the military as an actual military force does. They also steal a military uniform from one of the corpses so the male lead could disguise himself and enter the corpse army so he can capture the corpse king. Character, the male lead, and the fish companion, they sneak into the corpse army. They capture the corpse king by basically freezing him into ice, and then they return back to base. While they were away from base, one of the soldiers reveals that he's a sludge monster and he's working for the corpse army. He's working with the corpse king, and he tries attacking the madam so he can get to the military governor, and the madam is the military governor's wife. And he fails at this because the deer stops him and starts attacking him, but the deer has to run for his life because the sludge monster starts attacking him, and the sludge monster is shocked at his miasma, his poison, isn't working on the deer, and the poison is the same poison that was gifted to everybody that everyone is sick with. And he was trying to get to the military governor because he wanted the military governor's, peace, the thing that gives him the rights to make military decisions, military orders. He wanted that little piece of token, but he wasn't able to do that because the deer stopped him. Main character and Emily, they finally return back to base and they try fighting off the sludge monster. The sludge monster escapes. They use a piece of thing to control the corpse army and send the corpse army away. Typically, they used the corpse army to chase after the sludge monster, but they weren't able to capture him with the corpse army, but at least they were able to control the corpse army and send it away. They go and free the corpse king and bring the corpse king to base, and they have the corpse king chained up so he can't do anything. And the male lead is questioning the corpse king, and the main character is trying to take care of the wolf, and then returns back to the male lead because the deer was giving the main character looks. Because again, the main character had disappeared, and when the deer was fighting off the sludge monster and trying to escape the sludge monster, he was crying out for the main character, and the main character was not there for him, and now he's not pleased with the main character. Since the Melly can't get the corpse king to answer his questions, he's getting very frustrated and very upset over it, so he goes to take a nap. And the main character stays by his side while also keeping an eye on the corpse king. And this is when the deer drags the wolf, who had been resting because he's badly sick, to the corpse king, and he wants the wolf to use the technique he used both on him and the main character to calm them down when they were having terrible, vile nightmares and panics. He wants the wolf to use that same technique on the corpse king, and the main character realizes that's a brilliant idea. So they both hold up the wolf so he can use that technique on the corpse king. And this wakes up the male lead, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "Well, we're doing what we need to do." And it works. They awake the corpse king from the state he was in to bring him back to who he truly was. And he was a companion, comrade of the prefect years ago, and supposedly died during the fight with the corpses the prefect had saw years ago. The sludge monster escaped to his master, and he meets up with a woman. We don't know who this woman's identity is or anything about her, but she also serves the same master the sludge monster serves, which is the big bad of the series. The big bad ghost king that the main character was sent to stop. So yeah, he's finally making an appearance, though it could be a different ghost king because it's showed little children's toys. So this, ghost king could be technically actually a child ghost king. I'm not sure.